much. Our speaker is Stephen Poplin. He's a transpersonal hypnotherapist, a sometime college instructor of philosophy and humanities, professional astrologer, interfaith minister of the Fellowship of the Inner Light. He moved to Virginia Beach in the 1980s to study the Edgar Cayce readings. And he's the author of 2 books on reincarnation and soul travels, entitled Inner Journeys and Cosmic Sojourns. Stephen is a world traveler. He has clients nationwide and in Europe. He enjoys hiking, biking, and photography. Stephen Poplin.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dick. Okay. Now I move on into the next phase. The duties continue. And the name of my topic, and I thought about this a couple of weeks ago, without no idea of what I was going to say, I said, where shall I put myself? Well, I put myself here. And I see that you all, and you all, have put yourself also here. And I'm glad. Welcome. This is the second time that I put myself here, in Virginia Beach. In the 1980s, I put myself here following the wisdom of Edgar Cayce. And I was here for quite a few years, got a few degrees over here at ODU, Old Dominion University, in Norfolk. And then I put myself in San Francisco. I took off. I putted around the Bay Area for a few years. Ah, yes, put. Put. English. English. They're spelled the same. Yes, put. When golfing, one has an objective. Head for the putting green. Again and again and again. But first, you have to get out the big golf clubs and you have to really swing with the eye towards the goal, taking a look at that flag on down the fairway. That's the goal, again and again. And then after 10 or so swings, you can tell I'm not a great golfer, you're on the putting green. And I like the sound of this. The fairway to the putting green. There are many analogies to life and decisions here. Goals imagined and conceived. Keeping score. Sportsmanship, etc. But with that final putt to achieve your goal. It's May. Thousands, tens of thousands of students are graduating. Over the decades, I've met many people who dropped out just before they graduated. It's like one more semester to go, and they were just finished. And sometimes it was just like 1 or 2 classes to go, and then they could have gotten their degree. They were so close. They were on the putting green. Some of those people regretted that, but others didn't. Others did just fine without that. They followed some other goal. They had another flag down their own fairway. So some people regret it, but others don't. Let each person judge for themselves their own golf game. Years ago, I was comparing my golf score with a local expert. The par for the course was 70, and I proudly told him, I was past that number on the 5th hole. Well, he laughed, says, oh, well, you must have a handicap. I said, no, I don't. I feel quite healthy. So let's take that golf game into outer space. As you know, I've been a traveler, having lived in 9 states and 6 countries, 7 in counting the United States. But I also travel internally. As Dick was saying, my books on reincarnation really describe a lot of the information connected with, travels that one can take. Past lives and the life between lives. It's really all quite fascinating. And the interesting and oftentimes inspiring places that people can go. I mean, I have sat there so many times listening to my clients and great journeys that they're describing, recognizing in a kind of a blessed sense that I'm a bit of a midwife to their inspired journeys. So yes, I wrote Inner Journeys, Cosmic Sojourns, describing many of these journeys. So last month, 10 years ago, I was frustrated. Being a traveler, but stimulated by all these great places that I went to, different landscapes, cultures, but still frustrated. I was saying, but where is my place? Where's my home? Where should I live? So I took my own life between life session. Luckily, every now and then I trade off with some other professionals. And I was in a trance state, and there was my spirit guide there laughing at me, took me by my soul hand, and off we go into outer space. Off we go past the moon. And there we were in the cosmos. I said, woo, cool. This is great. There, over there, was the Earth, round, beautiful. Next to it, the silvery moon, spheres. Off in the distance, I saw Venus. And then there was the sun, shining bright, shimmering, orbs. Awesome. My soul guide, next to me, pointed over towards the Earth, blue, green, shimmering, beautiful, and he said, there, live over there. Ah, okay. So I put myself here. On another LBL, or a life between life session, and I described this in my first book, and I had a nice conversation and reminder of that with my new friend Lane Dare. And it was an early session. Michael Newton was, I think, in the room or in the next room, and my eyes were closed, and so I didn't know if he was, how much he heard, but he was part of that time. And there, leaving a past life, the soul going on its journey, going to wherever, going to the places in between, inspired educational places, places of recovery, places of learning, vibrations, dimensions. And then I was with my family, my soul group. We were interacting, talking, and then suddenly there was like a, you gotta go. Sorry, gotta go. I don't know why, but then there was a quick floating towards this expansiveness where there were some various clouds, but one large cloud in particular had like a big hangar oval opening in it. And many souls were just kind of going towards that. I too, feeling the call, not knowing why, but going into this place. And there was a large auditorium type of place for perhaps maybe 2,000 souls. And we gathered and there was excitement. And there was like a greeting, oh, hello, it's been a long, long time. Oh yeah, it's been like 300 years, right? And there was a buzz in the air, but suddenly there was this huge screen in the front, and it started to shimmer and vibrate, and everyone knew that this was the show. This was why we were here. We all got quiet, and we focused ourselves upon this great screen. And there was a planet, a beautiful orb. We knew it was far, far away, another galaxy, perhaps. And there was this excitement in the air, and almost like this electrical vibration, maybe like if you imagine the Van Allen belt with the aurora borealis sort of things around it, because that planet, the inhabitants on that planet were waking up. It was like a great vibrational awareness, and they all got it. It was a step into the next evolutionary understanding when they were going to be working then cooperatively, consciously. And we were all touched and inspired and asking, great, wonderful, but how did that happen? What happened? How can we do that also in other places, such as Earth? And that was the reason why we had the meeting. That was what it was about. And then there was like a privilege, because behind the screen, I was able, maybe all of us were able to see this long, vibrant cord from behind the screen all the way over, far away to that planet. And it was alive, it was undulating in the cosmos. And it was a nerve ganglion of God, a synapse from that awakened planet, that orb going through and giving us far, far away the show live. Awesome. And that's why I put myself here. Let's wake up. That is my mission. I'll do my contribution. And I'm not alone. Who can relate? Imagine. Imagine all the people living life in peace. To that end, I have asked the big questions. Why all the sleepy people? Backwards nations and policies, antiquated and unjust laws, and traditions. Have you asked that? And so I asked, have they forgotten their divinity, their purpose? But I still have that vision, that gathering in the clouds. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us. And the world will be as one. We are here temporarily, and life here can be very good. This is a lovely planet. But too many people have been diverted, misdirected, manipulated, and mesmerized. Yes, hypnotized into believing all sorts of things. Conspiracies, concoctions. And you hear this little voice off on the side. But the emperor is not wearing any clothes, says the innocent, unschooled child. Yes, let's see through the collective fog. For we've got to get back to the garden. Yes, we are stardust. We are golden. And we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Thank you, Joni Mitchell. Thank you, John Lennon. Thank the many inspired poets and lyrics. Meanwhile, we are dealing with mass hypnosis, unexamined traditions, and we have got to wake up. Back to the golf game. Know that it is a game down here, but an earnest game. A fabulous opportunity to live and learn on this beautiful planet. We're on the golf course, the fairway. And may the game be fair for all, including the wildlife, the forests, the streams, Gaia. We all have had many experiences, phases, swings, and we have putted ourselves here on this green, on that green. And on this Memorial Day weekend, and I have to take a second and acknowledge those millions of soldiers who had their games interrupted. And they may not have cared about what the larger game plan was that pulled them into their unfair way. Bless them. War is a tradition. Imagine that. But here we are on the fairway. We have puttered our ways here on this green, and the goal is in sight. It's a beautiful day. It's a spring day. Actually, it's a bit of a rainy day. And maybe that is also symbolically, the tears of a Memorial Day. But the rain nourishes. And you know about that old saying, May showers bring June flowers. Nature is bursting, flowers and foliage. You and I have put ourselves here We have put ourselves here. We're creating our lives with personal and spiritual goals in sight, now on the fairway. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the day, this Memorial Day weekend. I bid you, make a difference. That's why you're here. Blessings to you on your journey. Play fair. Namaste.